Our new countertops are being installed tomorrow, which means that today we've been removing them. So let's take off the last half. I'm on Survivor right now. Doing an endurance challenge.
Endurance challenge.
We've been living with our new countertops for a couple weeks now, and I just have to say they are incredible. I love them so much. It has really motivated me to keep my kitchen so much cleaner because, yeah, like why would I want my kitchen to be super messy with these beautiful countertops? But we just had family in town, so they are a little bit messy now. I'm about to do some measuring because I think I'm gonna go pick up the materials for the backsplash, which I'm going to be doing beadboard backsplash. I think it's really cute. Basically, it's going to be beadboard, and then I'm gonna do a quarter round at the top and at the bottom just to cover the seams. And then, yeah, so that's all I need. I need to get the panels, and then I need to get a spacer for the plugins so that they can, basically, you just get a little spacer so that the plugin can still work with the additional space, if that makes sense. I'm not describing this very well, but yeah. And I'm going to be taking the measurements down on my phone because every time I take measurements and write them down on a piece of paper, I forget the piece of paper, and then I'm like, shoot, let me try and see if I can remember, and then I never get it right. So 17.25. This side has a pretty small gap here, and there used to be a big bead of caulk, and I ripped it off, and so that's why we have this two-tone situation here. As you saw, we painted, we've done the first layer. I am gonna have to do another coat, but it looks like it's dried pretty nicely, and one more coat will do just fine. I always hate that doing the edges, you need to do like almost 3 coats on the edges because the paintbrush just doesn't have as good of density as the roller. But I did get a tool that's like an edger tool. I think I'm gonna pull that out and see how that does for the second coat. I am now going to attempt to cut the beadboard. Now, this is something that I have been nervous about because I don't have a good track record of cutting out holes for power and stuff like that. Like, I did it in the greenhouse and it went like okay, but it was hard to cover up my mess up. And it's a greenhouse, so I'm not like as concerned about the aesthetics, but this is my kitchen and like you want it to look good. So I'm a little nervous, but we're gonna start off with this piece here. Just to, I wouldn't say necessarily keep it easy because there is a cutout there, but we're just gonna see how it goes. If I mess up, I got extra because I was planning on putting beadboard on actually this entire wall and this whole wall here, obviously cutting out the window, but I just thought that would look really pretty, and then I just started thinking it might look weird with the beadboard right next to the brick, and it would probably be a lot of beadboard to do this whole area and up here, and I don't know. I could definitely still do it because there is a part of this wall where our countertops used to go out to. Right here, you can see that looks bad, and I kind of gave it the landlord special accidentally. Like, I honestly didn't think about the fact that that was still there as I was painting. So maybe I will just continue the beadboard like way up this wall, or like whatever the 4-foot mark is on this wall because there's also going to be beadboard. You can't see it, but down here. So I'm just trying to figure out where I can like infuse the beadboard without it looking weird. And I freaking wish that I did this years ago. I wish that I did this the first year we lived here because it automatically feels so much better in here, so much brighter, so much happier. And I have felt that way for every single room that I have painted because the color that they chose to paint this house was like a really not great grayish color. And I feel like it just sucked the life out of this home and me. And I know that white is kind of a boring choice, but this part of my house can get really dark, especially in the winter time. And so any brightness that I can infuse, I'm going to. But I would really like to carry the cabinet color into other parts of this area because I think that kind of like it would connect spaces to each other. Yeah.
You okay?
I'm pooping.
I'm gone.
I'm just kidding, Daniel. I'm obviously carrying something heavy.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past you. Yeah.
Daniel, I don't grunt like that. Take fiber pills. My God. Okay, my tools for this. I have a jigsaw. I just bought this a couple days ago and I have not used it yet, so I'm excited. I have a Sharpie. I have a measuring tape. I have my exact measurements and I have a quilting ruler. See, this is where being multifaceted comes in handy because I didn't know where my level was, and normally I would use a level for this to make sure that the lines are straight. But this thing has a really nice handy dandy little lip here that you hook on to a straight edge, and it doesn't allow the ruler to go crooked. It kind of just, it holds on to that straight edge. Anyway, it's great. I love it. And we're gonna use it on this today. The backsplash needs to be 17 inches high. Oh God, 24 minus 17. So up to this point here, I'm just gonna mark along at the 7 mark every so often, and then we will connect them. You guys, this is exactly like quilting and making clothes. I have done this so many times with fabric. Let me just toss this the other way and we connect the lines. Not me dreading doing this for weeks, and it is actually so easy. The first piece, great. I feel really confident about it. It fit great. The plug, however, I don't know if I put it in the right spot. So I did a little something I've seen other people do. It's kind of like a trick where you put a piece of tape and then it kind of sticks. You stick it, you roll it into a tube, and then you stick it on your plug, and then you press the item that you're cutting against it, and then it sticks to it. We will see how accurate this is. I hope and pray that it is very accurate. Fingers crossed. Oh my gosh, I did it. I did it, I think. Did I? Okay guys, I have finished this back wall. Oops, my camera's shaking around on the rug here that I have precariously rolled up. I can see more of a visual of where we're gonna be going in terms of like the color story of the room. The white is dry, and now that it's a little bit darker, it's looking like a very warm white. And during the day, it looked really bright. So I love that. I want it to feel bright, but yet still warm. So I like that. Obviously I need to like nail it on and then paint it. But I have it all like kind of taped in place so I can see what it looks like and make sure that I got all the cuts right. I am really excited about this, and I think that once all the faceplates are on, it's just gonna look so incredible. I don't think, oh, you know what I just realized? I might have to take these off and paint them on the ground. And you know what? Maybe tonight I'll just focus on doing the last coat of paint on the walls because I don't want it to be a super late night and I think that's gonna take me a while, and then I'll just work on finishing the backsplash tomorrow. That's my plan. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow.
Watching you was such a thrill.
I took a trip to the hardware store today because I wanted to look at the plates. So I was thinking about just cleaning up our old ones and reusing them. Obviously that is like what most people do. But then I saw these and I was like, that's really cute. It looks just like a little beadboard.
Open shore. No saddle on his back. Felt so free before. All that I could do was laugh. I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it back.
Okay, so it's been a second since I've chatted because I have been in like hyper focus mode trying to get this done because honestly, I'm over it. I'm ready to be done. So today I focused on getting the backsplash done, which it is done, except you can see that the backsplash is a nice warm white, but these plates are bright white and then our plugs are off-white. So I think that I'm going to paint these the same color as the backsplash just so it all goes together. I did some like caulking around the window to get this, like there's a bunch of gaps that were there, and I'm going to be repainting the trim eventually. The top part still needs something. As you can see, there's a gap underneath here. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna find like a small piece of trim, like maybe like this big, like an inch or half an inch. And I think it'll make it look nice and finished. And then over on the island, I put beadboard. I cannot believe just how good the kitchen looks. I was in major hyper focus mode the last couple of days just to get to this point, and I'm just so happy with how it looks. It is a completely different space from where we started, and yeah, I'm just really proud of myself in what I was able to build and do in here. It's just, yeah, I feel like I'm flexing a lot of fun skills, and it's just been such a good time. So I'm going to end the video here because in the next video and the final video, we're going to be doing some DIYs, taking care of some last minute details, like, you know, things like closing up this gap right here, closing up a gap under the windowsill where the beadboard was cut a little bit imperfectly, finishing up all of the hardware. As you can see, we've got some cabinets still down. So yeah, I'm really excited to just kind of spend some time making things for the space that will help it make more sense and just be a little bit more beautiful. But I hope this inspires you. Honestly, most of this was paint and caulking and a little bit of skill in cutting the beadboard, but honestly it was my second time doing something like that, and it was a lot easier than I made it the first time I ever did something like this in the greenhouse. So I honestly feel like anybody can do this, so I hope that this is inspiring for you to maybe try out a project that might feel intimidating. But yeah, I'm so proud and just really excited to see the finished product, so I hope that you will tune in, make sure that you're subscribed so that you don't miss that video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!